What is going on, people of YouTube? My name is Kurtyoy. Welcome back to a brand new video, and one for the first time in quite a while. I do apologise for that, and I've said this a lot. There will be a video, hopefully, I'm not going to promise you anything this time, hopefully come this weekend, explaining why I've been gone. There was one reason, and also there's another reason on top of that, but they should all have been fixed right now. So I'm here, and I'm doing a preview, and hopefully, next week, again, I'm not going to promise anything. Review, preview, captain's differentials and dilemma centre live. This week there will not be one because I'm still sorting out one of the issues, and I'm not sure about stability of another thing being fixed. So I want to make sure over the weekend I monitor everything. Effectively, my PC's been being a bugger, and I've got to try and make sure it doesn't break again. If it does, I've got to monitor it closely so I know what the problem actually is. But today we've got the preview as well as the fancy tote selections coming straight up. And of course, starting off as always with the goalkeepers, we've got Kurtyoy, Fabianski, Pickford and Lloris. Now, a mixed bag there, I have to admit, but Kurtyoy is playing away against Crystal Palace, so that's a clean sheet, isn't it? And the Everton one is a bit more, and the Everton and the Swansea one's a bit more confusing. I feel like it could be a mixture of safety, maybe 50% on it, maybe getting a clean sheet, but also safety. They're both very good at making saves. Both statistically have make saves to a good degree in the past, so they should be good. And Lloris as well. Tottenham face off at home against Bournemouth, so that should be an easy enough task for his team. So look like for goalkeepers, your top-notch goalkeepers, they're your two high-priced tokens. They're the ones you want to go for if you're going to get clean sheets. The other two could get clean sheets and also a few save points, so could score higher than the Chelsea and Tottenham men. And the first fancy tote bit, we have got the Dream Team selection, where we pick the best 11 players that we think are going to be in the Dream Team, and we put them in our teams. We are going to have Kurtyoy in goal for my team, Azpilicueta, Walker and Davis at the back. We've got Eriksen, Mkhitaryan, Antonio and David Luiz in the midfield, with Kane, Jesus and Batshuayi up top. Very reliant on three big teams doing well. I've maxed out my Chelsea selection, my Man City selection and my Tottenham selection. I feel like those three teams, although Chelsea being away from home, the other two being home, are playing against teams where they could blitz them. And that's why I've got one of each, at least one of each in the defence, because it may be worth going a bit risky in the defence. Davis should get a clean sheet, Walker should get a clean sheet, Azpilicueta should get a clean sheet. I think all of them are due attacking returns as well, with Kurtyoy picking up another clean sheet point as well. So that left me with two other spots in my team. Antonio, Mkhitaryan fill them out. Antonio, because at the moment he's got no injury on the Fantasy Premier League website, so he should be fine to play. And he's a really lively player that could cause anything at any moment. And also Mkhitaryan, away against Liverpool is a tricky one, the first tough task this season for the Man United boys, but Mkhitaryan is a player that can find a pass out of nowhere, so he makes it into my 11. Moving on to the defenders, we've got Azpilicueta of Chelsea, Cedric of Southampton, Walker of Man City, Norton of Swansea, Cresswell of West Ham and Davis of Tottenham. Again, a mixed bag there, three of which made it into my dream team. That's Azpilicueta, Walker and Davis. To cover those three quickly, Walker and Davis are very much like wing backs. They will attack hella loads. And also the fact that Man City don't have a left back at the moment, and they are playing Delph there. You would say it would be worth putting Danilo there, but you don't know who's going to start, so Walker's next best bet for a fullback position in the Man City colours, and 6.5 million is expensive, but basically a midfielder. Same with Davis, doing really well. For three at the back, he goes even further forward. Even with two at the back this week, he'll still go forward and should be looking at a clean sheet. Azpilicueta's a weird one because he does actually play in the three at the back when they play usually. I think last week against Man City he played a full-back or wing back, but if Moses does come back and he plays in centre back, he gets a lot of assists from there. He can cut in and it almost becomes a two at the back. Let's say with last season's back three of Azpilicueta, Davis, David Luiz and Cahill. Those two, David Luiz and Cahill, will sort of make a two. Azpilicueta attacking, making a third midfielder with the wide players wider than the attackers on the front line. So it makes him a really interesting option because he doesn't usually get marks. And we've seen that a couple of times this season. Great assists for Alvaro Morata. So he's a good option as well. But Cedric is a cheaper option at 5 million. That's to his Cresswell and also to his Walker. I think Cedric could get a clean sheet, although Southampton days are, I think, are coming to an end for our ownership in their team. So I'll be looking. Doesn't do any work good this game week. I'd say be safe and get rid. And you also got Cresswell coming in. West Ham face off for me against a side that I think is struggling at home this season in Burnley, so could be ones to look out for. And Norton as well. Swansea, bit iffy at home too, but I feel like Huddersfield could be a 0-0, so that's why he's in there. Moving on from that, we've got the five-a-side, where we pick a featured fixture and just go, who's the best five-a-side team? Again, same rules apply. We only have 3 players from each club, and it's fantasy toe again. And goal, got De Gea, defender Valencia, playing a 1-2-1 formation. So 2 midfielders, Coutinho and Salah, and up front, Romelu Lukaku. Interesting selections from me, because I feel like Man United will try and soak in pressure at times, so Coutinho will work well with his long shots where he's 5 yards of space, bang, 5 yards of space, bang, 5 yards of space, bang. It's no wonder he's got so many wonder goals to his name, because if you count the amount of misses he has, long shot merchant. Salah, another one of my Liverpool picks, because I feel like if they do go on the attack, Man United, Salah's pace can really damage any team, and he could be good for that purpose. You also got Lukaku up front, he's a beast. Facing off against the defenders that Liverpool have to their exposure, should be should be making them look like mincemeat. You also got Valencia, should be attacking well, all guys in the defence too, and De Gea, overrated massively, still a good keeper, and I think could even get a clean sheet this game, if not make a few decent saves. Moving on to midfielders, we have Hazard, Eriksen, Sane, Antonio, Richie and Ramsey, starting off with Eden Hazard, £10.5 million. Is it time for the return of Hazard into our teams? Our last season, very good. Season before, wasn't too good. Season before that, was good. But where do we stand on him now? We need to know. Hazard for me is £10.5 million well spent. I'm looking at ways to try and get him into my team without playing a wild card. Unfortunately, that means Morata has to go, which I haven't done yet. It's only 0.1 million I've lost. I've still gained 0.1, and I wasn't worried about that, because don't need to be really. But Hazard is definitely what I need to bring in. Another one is Eriksen. Fantastic player, usually involved in most of Tottenham's good attacking play, so he could be one for attacking returns. Sane as well, £8.3 million. Man City have another easy tie and should be looking to score at least 6. Maybe that's a bit of maybe that's a bit too harsh, but a couple of goals at least for City should be good. Antonio, again, I mentioned him in my Dream Team segment, explosive and dynamic, and could be really good for the game this week. You got Richie as well, maybe a doubt for this game, but Richie has the potential to win the game against Southampton, albeit I've said Southampton defenders and defenders segment. And Ramsey, a bit of a wild card pick here. I love a bit of a wild card and risky pick. He's in there because I feel like Ramsey could have his game this week, could play further forward, could play in the back, but as well he has good solid play and could see him getting some stacking returns. Last up for the fantasy total bits, we've got Star Club and Star Player. Starting off with Star Club, we've got Chelsea this week. I feel like Chelsea's away game against Palace should end Palace's dismal run of form, as they maybe will get back to at least a point or a goal next week. But this week, conceding a load, not scoring, I can see it happening again. I do feel sorry for Roy Hodgson. He's been chucked in at the deep end dramatically. But Chelsea this week, one of the most consistent scorers without getting a Star Club win, should be there or thereabouts this week. And my star player pick has to be Azpilicueta. Again, a bit of a risk, but who would have thought Ben Davies would have got it the other week? I feel like Azpilicueta this week, it might only be like 2 or 3 goals, but Azpilicueta could be the one to step out of the defence to make the impact, because if they lock down the sides and make sure they've got tight control on the attackers, that may be Hazard, Pedro, Batshuayi, they don't give the midfielders much room, it could take Azpilicueta making that extra man in the centre to cause something, maybe playing it in toward Batshuayi, although he can't link up with Morata, playing the ball through to Hazard or Pedro, even the fullbacks, or even getting down if he does play as fullback and getting those crosses in. For me, he could be a really good pick, and that's why Azpilicueta is a bit of a risk with my star player pick this week. And lastly, I've got the attackers. We've got Batshuayi of Chelsea, Jesus of Man City, Kane of Tottenham, Vardy of Leicester, and Carroll, West Ham United. Starting off with Batshuayi, replacement hopefully for Chelsea and Alvaro Morata. Didn't start the season too well. It was quite quiet. But I think with Batshuayi, it could be a good pick However, in previous times last season, when they didn't have Costa available, they didn't play Batshuayi, but more of a Hazard, Willian and Pedro front three, with Hazard playing as a false 9 up front sort of player, making it really dangerous for teams. They didn't really have a striker to mark, so that could be what happens this week, although I doubt it, with Hazard just coming back to first team football. Jesus as well, Aguero's out, Jesus is the only striker they've got. Should be looking to score a few goals this week, along with Kane, who seems to be firing now. He's well and truly out of August, so Kane's now really looking like getting the golden boot again, basically. Vardy, another one, 8.6 million, should be good to go after having injury concerns before the international break. And I feel like Leicester City this week against West Brom Monday Night Football, his pace could be used against West Brom in a devastating fashion. And Carroll, yet to score a goal, played over 60 minutes in the last 4 games, could get an injury. For me, I feel like if they're going to break Burnley down in a physical way, Carroll's the man to do it. And that happens to be that. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know in the comment section down below, who do you think this week will score the most points? Anyone I've selected or anyone that I've missed? Let me know all that in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and peace.